Now it's my pleasure to introduce someone who I would call a fair fanatic. Not only has she brought her children here, not only has she reported here, she comes constantly. Again, the distinction of having last year's shortest opening remarks, our Lieutenant Governor, Rebecca Clavish.
I think he's putting pressure on me to speak really short, which is the wisest thing you can do to a politician, particularly in an election year. Well done, John Yingling. Well played. You know, last year it was raining cats and dogs, but regardless, there were still people here, beyond Kathleen's daughters, because people love the Wisconsin State Fair. Just as all of us and all of you and all of our families come here every year for the collision of the old and new, people come from all over the world for the exact same thing. This year, no doubt, there will be those old traditions, the things that we are so familiar with, and we come to see, no doubt. There are going to be the cows, and there are going to be the cream puffs, the amazing concerts, and kids from Wisconsin. You're even trying to bring the 50-year-old fanny pack back. So good job. I mean, good luck with that. Or maybe you're considering that new, because maybe you weren't around when the fanny pack was here initially, and that's new. And people are here for that as well. Kathleen has assured everyone that regardless of the day they come, they will see horses. Thank you for that. And I'm pretty sure that if you don't see horses, there is some sort of money-back guarantee, or Associated Bank will buy you a cream puff or something. We're also going to have a a cheese curd eating competition, 174 pounds of cheese curds trucked in it. I don't know how you do that. And so I am eager, as you all are, to find out how that ends up. I'm eager to find out how you all spend the next 11 days, how Wisconsin spends the next 11 days, celebrating our agriculture heritage and the promise of traditions and making new memories with our families once again. Happy opening day, everyone.
Thank you, Rebecca Clavish. All right, many people really don't know this little fact about the Wisconsin State Fair, and that is we are a part of state government. And we benefit greatly from having an administration and a governor that truly supports the Wisconsin State Fair, that supports having us redo the electrical on these grounds, improve these grounds, bring in our own Spin City, work tirelessly from the expo on down to the youth center. Let me introduce someone that has been a fantastic, not only fan, attendee, but supporter of the Wisconsin State Fair. Again, our governor, Governor Scott Walker.
Thanks, John. Thanks. Good morning. Good morning and welcome to the 167th edition of the Wisconsin State Fair. Thanks to our presenting sponsor, U.S. Cellular. Thanks to all the other sponsors with Associated Bank, with this amphitheater, and all the others across the fairgrounds. Thanks to our vendors, our exhibitors, all the other supporters. Thanks to the board and the staff that you heard about before. But most of all, thanks to all of you fairgoers. And realize for a minute, Dan, you pointed out live tweeting. Actually, it's even worse for you on the Cream Puffs. They're Facebook Live right there. So people all across the world know the guy in the suit is buying the Cream Puffs. Actually, last year we sold 400,000 Cream Puffs. I think if he's buying, we can get up to 500,000. How about that? I've got three quick pieces of business to begin with, and then we'll get on with declaring the fair open. They're each about 50 years, so I'm going to give a heads up. I want the kids from Wisconsin to come up here for a minute, because I'm going to do we're not presenting it yet, but it's going to take them a minute to get up, so come on up, then you can applaud for them once they get up here. In between time, I want to tell you about one other presentation we made right before this started. A number of the board members and my wife, Tonette, who's with us, we were over at the Giant Slide. This is the 50th anniversary of the giant slide. We went down the giant slide this morning, and get how cool this is. They had a mat from 50 years ago that I went down. So that's pretty cool because I'm 50 as well. So a big round of applause for the giant slide. Now I'm going to come down and not kill myself on this thing here, I think, but I'm going to come down and present to this, come on in guys, you got to always go, everybody get in here. This, I'm not going to read all of it because we want to get onto the fair, but the kids from Wisconsin, musical ambassadors of goodwill, will proclaim, so coming up on, excuse me, on Saturday, in honor of their 50th, we're going to declare this Kids from Wisconsin Day all the way across the state of Wisconsin. Let's give them a humongous round of applause. A great national anthem, the brass was outstanding to begin with. You had us rocking. You guys do a super job and make us proud. Let's let them hear it on Facebook Live, how much we appreciate the kids from Wisconsin. And they'll be back. You guys can grab your seats, so it won't take too long because we're going to get back to the fair. So I've got two other quick proclamations. Oh, there you go, the right order there. So I'm not going to go out to them because it would take me a long time. I'm going to ask John Yingling to come on up here. But they're over there. This is the 50th anniversary of the Wisconsin State Fair Park Mounted Police. I want the chief to come up here as well. And let's give them all over there a huge round of applause for keeping us safe for all 11 days of Wisconsin State Fair. Chief? The thing I love best about that is nobody messes with an officer on a horse, right, guys? We love it. And they're happy to talk to you along the way. And then I want to have John and Kathleen come up here as well because to the board, to the staff, to all the partners who make this possible, I want to give you this declaring today through the 12th of August, officially Wisconsin State Fair Days all across the state of Wisconsin. Let's give this incredible team a great round of applause as well. Super job. And I want to thank all of you for being out here. You know, Tonette and I were thinking about this earlier. So our youngest son just turned 23 on Tuesday, on the 31st. So he was born on July 31st. His brother was born the year before, was 24. On June 30th, we were realizing we brought our kids to the fair after each of them were born. Some of us were laughing about our age, about 50, because we used to bring them in those strollers where the car seat would connect on the top of it. So we'd take them out of the car, connect onto the stroller, and bring them to the fair, which is almost a little crazy when you think about it, but that showed that they are ingrained in the fair because we're ingrained in the fair for a lot of the reasons that many of you are, for different reasons. Tonette was born and raised here in Milwaukee, and for her family, coming to the Wisconsin State Fair was a way for a city girl to see a little bit of farm life, a little bit of rural life from across the state of Wisconsin. I was raised down in Delavan, down in Becky's area of the woods, where she's a big part of the county fair there, which comes up in Labor Day weekend, and I grew up in a small town called Delavan, so for my family, coming up to the Wisconsin State Fair was a cool place to see the big city of Milwaukee and West Allis, and to see all that was a part of this just gigantic fair out there. And then we brought our kids here over the years, and there's great traditions, whether it's where we'll be in a little bit down at Spin City, where there's 50 rides and 30 different games and all sorts of cool things going on. Don't eat too many cream puffs before you go on the big rides there along the way, or whether it's coming up your way and going over to the Case IH Coliseum, where we'll be on Tuesday and Wednesday night. We invite you. The 4-H auction is on Tuesday nights, the meat auction. Wednesday night, you get to see unbelievable young people from across the state of Wisconsin showing off their livestock from cattle and pork, or pigs, I should say, and sheep along the way. And they just do an amazing job, and not just at the Coliseum, but going through the barns and seeing all the hard work that families put in and kids put in from across the state of Wisconsin. Making your way here through, eating your way through the state fair. We are a little biased because Tonette and I met at Saz's, so I love the chive fries and a little bit of the pulled pork sandwich, or it's making it here to the amphitheater, any of the 30 different stages that we have with tremendous fun, good entertainment. Making our way through the park here, whether it's on the Sky Glider, walking around, maybe having a few summer shanties or whatever else it might be, going over to the to the grandstands where we've watched many a great show throughout the years. And yeah, I love the fact that the Bucks have now taken over the milk stand because I'm frugal. My wife says I'm cheap, but over the years I used to tear that coupon out when Herb Cole had it, Herb Superb, and I'd get my 25-cent glass of milk right along the way, right? I mean, we're frugal in Wisconsin. We love that kind of stuff. Thanks to the Bucks for keeping up that tradition, or making our way down to the Expo Center, and even years before when it was over here, its predecessor, where we still have things in our house that Tonette bought that I do not know what they are. But there was a really good deal, and some guy with a headset on telling us with a mirror above that it was a cool thing to buy along the way. But that's what the fair is all about. And then what I love is that this year there's 80 different items that are new on the food menu. And I want to show you. Well, I ate it. It was a group. Yeah, my wife is Italian, so I had a cannoli that this year, brand new, one of the new 80 items is cranberry cannolis. So how about that? I had one over at the slide. I had another one here ready to show you, and I just couldn't resist when I came up. So this is the wrapper that was inside of it. But there's many great things to eat, to drink, to see, to show. But no matter what the volume, and in fact, on the slide alone last year, I was one of the 125,000 people that went on it. I was one of the people, the 400,000 that had a cream puff, one of the million people that went on the rides. But the best part is, no matter what those numbers are, the most important thing at the fair is tons of fun for families all across the state. And to our neighbors throughout the Midwest who come, we welcome you as well. It's my honor as your governor to officially open the Wisconsin State Fair.
Governor, thank you very much. Thank you. Let me just, in closing, say how proud I am of the Wisconsin State Fair Park Police. Once again, let's give a big hand to the Mounted. 50 years of service to Wisconsin State Fair. A big hand to our chief, Chief Bruno. We know it's not always easy to be in law enforcement these days, and I've got to give a big shout out to Sheriff Richard Schmidt here and the Milwaukee County team and all they do, the city of Milwaukee and the city of West Allis, in terms of all they do, in terms of helping us here at State Fair Park. Now I'd like to ask the Cap Amen Color Guard to retire the colors, and for us to enjoy one more song from the kids from Wisconsin.